Today we're making earrings with Polymer clay. We will need a pasta roller to flatten out the clay. And we will need clay. I'll be using white, red, and black. And we will need a razor blade. We will take the black and open it up. Then we'll take the razor blade, the sharp side, not the dull side, to cut a piece of the clay. All you have to do is press down. Then you take your pasta roller, you put your clay in it, and you can change the settings on the side to whatever thickness you want. 7 is the largest thickness, 1 is the lowest. You put your clay in and roll it through. When it's hard like this, it helps to push it through. This is to soften the clay. You'll probably want to do this 2, maybe 3 times, depending on how hard your clay is. You want it to be soft enough to be able to work with. But since I'm making a floppy disk, I want the thickness of it to be probably 7, if not more. And I'll roll it through again. And it changed the thickness. Now, we need to pick the size for the floppy disk. I have pre-made cutters that I think I'll probably use. I think I'll use the smallest one since they're earrings and you don't want them to be too big. You take the sharp edge and you push it down on the clay. Since we'll be making 2, I'll do this twice. Now we have our squares. Now we will mix our gray clay. I'll use part of the black and I'll use part of the white, which we'll have to cut again. The white is even drier than the black, so we'll see how this works. We'll take the pasta roller, stick the handle in, and roll it. Okay, you're probably malleable enough to work with now. So we'll put some of the black in the white and mix it up. I'll run it through a pasta machine a few times. Also, you don't have to have a pasta machine. It is extremely helpful, but you could use a simple roller like this one. My gray is thoroughly mixed, but it's not quite as gray as I would like it to be. The good thing about Polymer clay is you can always change it. Let's put some more black in there and mix it up. I'm going to put my settings on about a 4 and then roll out a strip. I don't have a cutter as small as I'd like for this one, so I'm just going to guesstimate and make little squares. thing about floppy disks, though, is the corner, it's not a complete square. They have a corner cut off.
So these earrings have the bottom corner missing.
So, we will just simply cut off the corner.
There's a little black spot right here.
Another black again and cut that. We want it to be not as wide as these and definitely not as long. So we have to guesstimate again. And cut the difference. Yep, that's about right. Now, we have new pieces. Next, we'll cut the white. See, since mine is so old, it just falls. But, whatever works. Gotta use what you got. We will roll the white. We'll cut the white wider
Than these, the light gray ones, and thicker than the light gray ones, but not bigger than the black.
So I'll take the light gray one as a reference. And we'll cut it wider than the gray. And thicker than the gray. And we have to make sure we cut both of these the same size or your earrings are not going to be symmetrical. See if they'll fit. Nope. Now they are bigger than the black. So we have to cut part of our white down. And check it. Still too big? It means we're going to have to adjust the size of the gray. Cut the white. And cut it thinner. And test it. This is the perfect size. Now, your earrings can be as big or small as you like them. We have the white cut. Now we will probably have to recut the gray because right now the white
Right here is about the same size as the gray right here, which in the picture it's not like that.
So I'm going to lay the white on top of the floppy disk. I'm going to get one of my tools and just gently press it down so it adheres a little more. If you want to make sure that it won't fall off, you can blend the sides down. You can also use this tool to smooth it out.
Okay. Place it on a floppy disk. Like this. Now we will be taking the red.
We won't be needing much though. So only take a sliver of it. You probably won't even need this much. You're going to have to work it a little bit. Put it through the pasta roller. Okay? And we only need little teeny slivers as wide as the white, but extremely thin. I have my thin strip of bread, and I have one of my whites here, and I'm going to lay it right here to measure the size. Okay? Now we'll cut it to the size of the white. And remember, you need 2 of these. And then we'll cut this one. And we'll stick it on top, above the white. This one's a little bit long. Oops, I got some white on there. It's okay. I'll blend it in. Stick it on. Okay. Now we'll go back to our little black pieces. And we're going to have to cut these down, remember, because we cut down the gray a little bit. We'll take the black and we'll stick it on top of the gray. Make sure it maintains its square shape. I'm just going to make little bitty lines in it using a razor. But I'm not going to push all the way through or it'll cut the whole thing. This is just to add some details. Now this isn't necessary, but to make it more prominent, if you have eyeshadow laying around the house, you can brush some of it on there. I'm going to use a dark or a gray color. And you just brush it into the little cracks. Dab it in there. And then we'll take another brush. Like this. And just brush off the top layer. Now we have to stick the metal pieces in before we cook it.